It's the coldest weather to hit the United States for 2 decades, and now it's heading south and east across the country. Millions of people in America's Midwest have been told to stay at home as a result of the blast of Arctic air. Forecasters say almost 190 million people will have been affected by the freezing temperatures by the end of the day. In one part of Montana, a wind chill of minus 53 Celsius was recorded. Sangeeta Maiskar reports.
The United States' big freeze is getting bigger. Fog settles across Lake Michigan, engulfing this view of Chicago. People have been told to stay at home unless absolutely necessary, as plummeting temperatures promise to break all records. And those who battle their way through the snow have never felt anything like it.
This is quite frigid. I'm not used to this at all. Put on several sweaters, 2 jackets, and walk fast.
Road conditions are treacherous. 2 states have banned driving except in an emergency. Air passengers aren't faring much better either. 4,500 flights have been cancelled across the country, with 5,000 delayed. Meanwhile, emergency units have begun treating people with frostbite. Strong winds mean some parts of the US have experienced temperatures as low as minus 50 degrees Celsius.
We're worried about skin, fingers, toes, ears, noses, that kind of thing. But being out in the cold temperature, letting the core temperature fall, can actually be life-threatening. It can stop one's heart, it can stop one's breathing, and lead to death.
Meanwhile, blizzard conditions have moved further south, forcing the mayor of New York to declare a state of emergency. Many schools have shut and motorists face dangerous conditions. Forecasters say it'll be another 2 days before these conditions ease. Sangeeta Maiskar, BBC News.
Well, in the city of Indianapolis, temperatures are expected to fall to around minus 20 today. Ryan Owens, a correspondent with America's ABC News Network, is there now. Extraordinary temperatures. Tell us what it's like to be there and how people are coping.
Good morning from the Midwest of the United States, Sophie. Right now it is minus 25 degrees Celsius, and Indianapolis is essentially a ghost town. This place is shut down. At least the interstate behind me is open. Believe it or not, yesterday the governor here closed down the entire interstate system and told everybody to stay at home, that it would actually be illegal to drive on the interstate system here in the United States, at least in the state of Indiana, if you can believe that. So people are doing their best. They're mostly staying inside. Schools canceled, as you mentioned. Most employers are not requiring people to come to work, so all of that is good. I want to update you also on a situation happening in Illinois, right next door to us, about 80 miles outside of Chicago. 3 trains operated by Amtrak, which of course operates the trains here in the United States, actually were stuck in a snowbank. This happened yesterday in the afternoon, and so people, more than 500 passengers, stuck on those 3 trains outside of the Chicago area for 14 hours. So I don't think I have to get too graphic here, but if you can think about the bathroom situation, the living conditions on side of that train, no thank you very much. A bad situation. The Amtrak has finally got some buses to those people and have started to rescue them. They will then be bused to Chicago, but the roads the whole way are a mess. The airports are a mess as well. So the end of their journey still very much in doubt, Sophie.
Ryan Owens with the latest there from Indianapolis. Thank you very much.